Warning. This show may contain coarse language, awkward silences, incoherent thoughts, inside jokes, misinformation, deep conversations about the nature of existence, depressing themes, as well as some light, offensive humor. Hey, we're people in our early 20s, what do you expect? If any of that bothers you, I don't know, just cover your ears. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Yo.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 8 Days a Year podcast, the only podcast where a couple of mates come together every year to record a year's worth of podcasts. That's 52 episodes in the span of 8 days, and then upload an episode every week for the following year. It is currently 11:07 a.m. on the 2nd of December, 2020, but you're all probably hearing it on the 26th of February. I'm Jason.
And I am Martin.
So yes, I still have my brother joining me this episode. I think this is the last episode for him. I think because we're only recording 2 today.
Who knows?
And what else? What today?
Today.
So you're hearing on the 26th, right, of
26th.
February. But today we want to celebrate the up and coming holiday for you guys on the 2nd of March, which is still within the week before next episode. The 2nd of March, Dr. Seuss Day.
Dr. Seuss Day.
I think I didn't have a holiday set for this, but I just figured let's celebrate Dr. Seuss Day. Why not?
That's sick.
And we'll celebrate Dr. Seuss Day by reading. Actually, we didn't read a lot of Dr. Seuss as kids, right?
We did not.
We did not. But I vaguely remember certain stories. Both drink at the same time.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I remember the story Green Eggs in Ham.
Green eggs and ham.
And wasn't there like a movie? Oh, no, a series about it? Green Eggs in Ham?
Yeah, I watched some of it. It's
Was it
pretty
good?
interesting, yeah.
What is it about?
It's like a whole story, dude. It's interesting.
Watch it now.
It's
what is it like about? What's the story? What's the hook? What does he do?
In this world,
Like it's not the actual story of Green Eggs and Ham, right?
Yeah.
It's something else. What is it?
It's I think at the end it's like the punchline, the green eggs and ham. But the story
Do you
is
follow
really,
Sam I Am?
Sam I am. Was that the small thing?
Like I am Sam I am.
Something. yeah.
Like I don't know.
Apparently he's all right, so there's this main character, I forgot his name, but he's orange, and he in this world where like people are inventors as like jobs, and he wants to become an inventor and like invent something like really whack. People make weird stuff. And what happens is he doesn't get the job that he wants, and then he's bummed out, and then he sees I Am Sam, and like he's chilling in a diner, and then I Am Sam is like, I am Sam I am. Can I have some green eggs and ham? in the story. And he's been talking to this guy, and the orange guy, he's just pissed because he lost his job opportunity.
Does he go on a journey to try and make green eggs and ham or something?
No, he doesn't do that.
Invent green eggs.
I Am Sam turns out to be like an investigator with missing species, like yeah, and then like
That's crazy, dude.
the main character, I forgot his name, but he finds this missing species, and I Am Sam is like because this species of animals like really connected with the main character, but he doesn't care about anything because he's just that type of character. But Sam tries to help this guy to bring. I'm not completely sure about the plot, but he helps the main character to bring that specific species of animal to this person that's like they're trying to protect it from this person that's trying to like collect all the species on a big wall of these heads. But these heads of animals, they're still alive. They're not dead. They're just chilling there. Like, it's kind of weird, but yeah, they're trying to prevent that person from getting the species, and the investigator is trying to help just look after it, and that's pretty interesting.
That doesn't make any sense. The green eggs and ham story.
Yeah, like
where did they get that from?
I have no idea, but
I kind of want to watch it now.
Yeah.
I want to see what they
it's
did
on
with
Netflix.
it. But it's a Netflix show, right?
Yes.
All right, but let's read the original Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. It's probably copyrighted, but freak it, dude. We're reading from a book today.
Yeah.
It starts. Well, you can't really. Can we show them it?
I don't know.
Because we have video. We could like put it on the video.
No, let's just
read it.
Let's just read it.
So there's like a random yellow guy. See that? And he has a sign that says, "I am Sam." He's riding on a dog.
That's a guy.
It runs past this random dude. "I am Sam." Switches the sign that says, "Sam, I am." "I am Sam. Sam, I am." "That's Sam, I am. That's Sam, I am. I do not like that Sam, I am." Clean. And then Sam, I am's like, "Do you like green eggs and ham?" "I do not like them, Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham." "Would you like them here or there?" "I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am." Also, like, isn't it the punchline, the format, like freaking the 12, is it 12 days of Christmas? Like on the 7th day of Christmas, and they do the whole thing over and over again. It seems like it. "Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse?" "I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am."
Wow.
Clean. "Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox?" "Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am." Oh, there's mad dog right there.
He's mad.
I'm vibing with this. It's a bit simple.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's for kids. And it's funny, you know? "Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, here they are. I would not, could not, in a car. You may like..." And then he's like, "You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. I would not, could not, in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am."
Mm-hmm.
This is some content right here. I'm just stealing it. A train. Could you, would you, on a train? Not on a train, not in a tree, not in a car. Sam, let me be. I would not, could not, in a box. I could not, would not, with a fox. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am. Wow, dude, there's a lot. I have to.
How does he remember that?
What?
How does he remember everything?
Does he remember every single thing? Say, in the dark, here in the dark. Would you, could you, in the dark? I would not, could not, in the dark. Would you, could you, in the rain? I would not, could not, in the rain, not in the dark, not on a train, not in a car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat I do not like them anywhere.
That's pretty sick.
You do not. Sorry, this is Sam speaking now. You do not like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam. I am. Could you? Here we go. It keeps going, dude. Could you? Would you? With a goat? I would not. Could not with a goat. Would you? Could you on a boat?
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2. Let's go. I could not, would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train, not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I don't like them with no fox. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. And I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. And so they're in the freaking ocean now.
Yeah.
You do not like them, so you say. Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say. Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them. You will see. He's looking at him.
He's looking at him.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this. Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam, I am. And I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain, and in the dark, and on a train, and in a car, and in a tree. They are so good, you see. I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox, and I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse. And I will eat them here and there, and say I will eat them anywhere. I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam, I am. What was that, dude? And
That was a good book.
That's the end of the story.
That's a really good book.
32 pages.
32 pages. That's worth the read.
Man.
That goes to show that Dr. Seuss was very, like, it's simple, but I feel like he's a very, like, smart, intelligent person because, like,
Yeah.
there's like sick rhymes in there.
Yeah, it's like there's something about the rhyme scheme of it and like the way it's written that makes it like sort of accessible for like parents to read it to their kids or whatever. And it's like sort of rhythmic. There's sort of like a rhythm to it and you're like, oh, it's back to this part. It's like a chorus where you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you just repeat everything that you said before. And it becomes like this sort of big thing, you know, like it's kind of annoying at that point.
Yeah.
You kind of feel the main character's vibe about it, about green eggs and ham. Then you realize, what if he just tried them, you know?
Yeah.
Just try the green eggs and ham. The lesson being that, you know, don't immediately like
Assume.
just like disregard something, specifically food, just because it looks a bit goofy.
Yeah.
You know, you should just try them. You know,
Yeah.
like, and you won't get bothered about it. Just like, I don't like it. Just try them and see if you don't like it. And in this case, it turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
But in some cases, people want yak. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
know?
that's true. What's a food that I didn't like at first?
You don't like eggs, do you?
I used to not like mushrooms.
Really?
Huh.
I still don't.
And then now I'm okay with them. You just gotta give it a try. Like they look kind of,
I don't like
know?
them. They're funguses. I don't know.
I look at them as like potatoes,
Potatoes.
just there. You can eat it. But yeah, I don't really like eggs. I like eggs scrambled. I don't like them like poached.
What is it about eggs when they're like just fried or whatever?
I don't know about.
The
I
texture?
just don't like the smell. And that's the thing with food. Like, if you want to enjoy food, you should enjoy smelling it because that's half of what you're tasting, right?
Ours smells bad because it's from our garden or whatever.
No, it's not that. It's just I just don't like the smell of egg. It I just don't like the smell of it. But for some reason, I can eat scrambled.
Yeah.
You know
For
what I
me,
mean?
it was like normal eggs from the store. When they're cooked, they smell better than the ones that are cooked from our backyard. I don't like it. But you get used to it, you know?
Yeah.
But you don't like it.
Yeah.
Is it the texture as well? Sort of slimy.
Yeah, just the texture. It's just like a liquid. It's like this slimy little yolk.
And then with the way you do your eggs, you like add onions and
add flavor to it.
Add onions and tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
There you go, dude. I don't really like eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. That's what I meant. I do really like. That's the thing. Actually, I just said that I don't, and then I do. But I think it's more in between. It's like I used to really like eggs, but I kind of got sick of them. I guess. I think it actually depends on how you do them, right?
Yeah.
I like freaking frying them to the extreme, you know?
Yeah.
I fry both sides, so it's not like, sunny side up. Do you know sunny side up one? It's like you fry the bottom part and the rest on the top is like largely uncooked, which is freaking disgusting.
That's kind of whack.
Raw egg. Half of it's cooked. You're like, that's not my vibe. I mean, it looks cool on a plate, but it's not my vibe. So I like to cook both sides, and like people like that runny yolk, but I like to just have it cooked inside.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the runniness of it. It's a bit like goofy town for me.
Yeah.
But so I fry it, but I don't just fry it. I fry it until it's crisp.
Yeah.
Till it's sort of burnt, you know? I like the crispiness of an egg.
Yeah.
I just like the crispiness is good to me, you know? It like adds to the crispiness of the bacon too, you know? Just crispiness.
Yeah.
And then you have we eat rice a fair amount because we're Asian.
Yes.
So with egg, bacon, eggs, rice. There you go. That's classic.
Yep.
That's classic for me right there.
Spam.
Oh, dude, is there like foods when you were a kid that you ate and enjoyed, but now you don't?
Probably chicken noodles. I used to love chicken noodles so much.
Yeah.
But now I just think of it like just average.
Is there something that you really like, but now you just find really disgusting?
Easy Mac?
No, like really disgusting.
Oh. Fish eyes? I used to eat fish eyes.
Dude, that was me too, man.
Yeah, I remember how it tastes now.
We would have like, what was it, salmon, right?
Salmon, yeah.
Like the full kind of salmon.
Full salmon in
like
a soup.
Salmon with the skin and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
With everything. And we used to eat the eyes.
Salmon, right? And like we like to eat the skin, and then like it was like a treat. It was like the best part. Can I have the eyes? Can I have the eyes? Jeez, man.
But like, do you remember the texture?
It was like squishy. And
you remember the texture? When it's cooked, it's like, not to gross anyone out, but it's like, I don't know I know what it feels like. It's like,
maybe mom and dad didn't eat the eyes because they thought it was.
I think
and
it's
like the eyes.
I think the texture is like a softer version of an eraser. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
I don't remember.
I remember what it feels like in my mouth, just chewing it.
I can't.
Now I can't think about it anymore. I can't eat, like, I look at a fish, like, I can eat a fish, but I can't eat the eye. Like, just looking at its head, it kind of turns me off. Like, just looking at it is like, oh, this is like a full-on animal that I'm about to eat.
Yeah.
But, like, the body, I can eat the body. It's fine. It's just, there's some things that just don't stick with me. Like like squid. I never found that like appetizing at all. Like, you know how the tentacles are like sticking out?
Yeah.
How Filipinos, like when you cook squid, it's just like just a bunch of ink
Yeah.
with it, and it just doesn't look appetizing to me. It just kind of made me feel like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know. I've slowly sort of grown to be more open about certain things, and like, you know, like with pizza and stuff like that, certain toppings and things on food. Like I used to be like, no, I'm not going to eat like beets in a burger,
Yeah.
you know? Beetroot, that's what I mean. Beetroot, not beets. What is that?
Beetroot.
Beetroot, right?
Beetroot, yeah.
But then like as I grow older, I'm just like, it's in a burger, whatever, dude. I don't like eat beetroot all the time,
Yeah.
but like it's like I can handle it, you know, because the majority of the burger I like, and then the beetroot, it's just there. It's just extra sort of slight flavor, slight texture that I'm not used to, but it's just like, it's not bad per se. It's like the same with like olives on pizza and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I think one that's hard to get over is mushrooms still.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I can just deal. I can just be like, I'll just sit through it. Just do it because I'm hungry and I need to eat this food.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's one that I don't do. That I still don't. Oh, freaking for pizza, anchovies? No, I'm not doing that.
I've
Like,
never had anchovies.
You know, like I can do almost anything on pizza. I can, you know, like, because I get it. You know, it all kind of adds to the flavor. The fucking, like, I can even do avocado when it's on there.
What about olives?
Yeah, olives. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Olives, and what are the black ones? Is that a thing, or is that olives?
There's olives, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's olives. Yeah.
I think there's other stuff on pizza, but like most of it I can do. And like pineapple, I've always been good with pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
People, if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you're dumb, right?
Kind of sad. Like,
why do you want the sweetness on this pizza, dude? Like, it's a fruit. Why are you putting it on a pizza?
why?
Listen to me.
Tomatoes.
Tomato's a fruit. Tomato has sweetness to it.
Got him.
So you don't want tomato on your pizza? Get out of town.
What's the point of having
You're
a
goofy,
pizza?
man. You're goofy.
There we go.
Don't talk.
That's our intake of pineapple on pizza. Like,
they should put pineapple sauce instead of tomato sauce. It's like, no, that's not good. I don't know about that. but like,
that's
come
a
on,
stretch.
man. Like, our Uber's here. Uber Eats. We're eating tonight, boys. Hey. But like like I can do almost anything, right? Even like chili stuff. I'm like, that's cool. I'll eat some chili pizzas, right? But what I won't do, man, is anchovies. No way.
I've never tried anchovies on pizza. Never seen
It's one of those superiority things. You're like, oh, I'm cool because I eat something that no one likes to eat. Like I know. No, pass me the tissues. I know that my mate Max eats anchovies. High school mate Max.
Yeah.
On pizza. No, you're dumb. What? Anchovy? Wait, what? Like it's fish, right?
Yeah.
It's seafood. You know what? It might be like classic Italian or something. Anchovy, a small, common forage fish for the most. That's some unhealthy. That's some unhealthy right there. We're just gonna keep going. Oh man, it's like 24 minutes in, but we're gonna just eat during the podcast, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, anchovies. Isn't that the fish in the jar? Isn't that like little like slices of fish?
No, they're like little tiny fishes. They're like dried fish. Look at that. That's something I still don't get, like dried fish. Like my parents, I don't see it much now, but when we were kids, like mum and dad, mum and dad are like hella Filipino. They were born and raised in the Philippines. And I don't know if it's common there or if they picked it up here or something, but with their other Filipino friends or something like that. But like they would eat dried fish. It's like fishes like anchovies, like that small. I don't know which one, but they would get those and then like and have like these dried fish that's like cooked, and it's cringe and it doesn't smell good. I don't know what it tastes like, but it just doesn't. I assume it doesn't taste good. It looks bad in general. I don't get it. Like we as like Australian raised kids had a fair amount different with our parents food wise, right? This is now what is it called? Like a mukbang podcast now. Just eat during the
Just
podcast.
eating. But yeah, we had our differences with our parents. They eat mostly fish. We eat mostly chicken.
Yeah, like I don't do seafood whatsoever, like at all. Almost. I think the furthest I would go is like eat some freaking fish and chips, which is unhealthy, of course. I know. I don't have it all the time, but that's doable for me.
See, if I'm in a Filipino household and they only have like soup and fish, I can eat that. I'm fine with that. Like I was just like,
This is why I don't want to go to a Filipino household.
Yeah, I was
I don't
like,
want to date a Filipino.
If
If they made me go to their house and they give me some crappy seafood dish, I'll be like, I don't really do seafood. I'll be that guy. They'll be like, oh, you're that kind of guy. Well, you're going to be making a lot of fish dishes for our daughter. Like, that's not my vibe, man.
I mean, not everyone has to be like, just because you're Filipino doesn't mean you have to have the seafood, you know. Especially us, because we're like whitewashed type of thing. I guess some people that we know that are Filipino, like they've accepted that, because like we don't even bless. There's a tradition in the Philippines where it's like, whenever you go to someone's household or see an elderly person, you have to do this. You have to bless.
That this is like respectful.
You put their hand on the forehead,
Disgusting.
and
You have pimples on your head, man.
just wipe it.
It's like, here you go. There you go.
There you go.
Pimples.
But yeah, that's
Man,
a tradition.
If someone told, like, if that was my culture and like there was this pimple-ridden kid on his head, and he was like, and I was like a freaking middle-aged man, and he's pulling my hand to his head. I'm like, no, thank you, bro. I don't want to touch your head. That's disgusting. I mean, that's just my way of looking at it.
But yeah, we don't do that. We used to do it as kids to our grandma, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can remember, except the time when our parents were like, "Oh, bless." Sign of respect to our parents, like aunties and uncles and all that. But yeah, we don't do it anymore because we're in Australia and we grew up here. And
I think like even then we're like, I've talked about this on the podcast before, man. Yeah. in previous episodes yesterday, or not yesterday, but maybe a couple months, like maybe like a month ago or so for our audience. But like I've said this, but like we don't necessarily fit into the Australian culture either. We're not full Australian. We don't necessarily eat the same food. It's like half, you know? We like some sort of Australian dishes, but then like we also like, I wouldn't say that bacon and eggs is Filipino, man, right? That's like, because they didn't have that back there. Yeah. But we put it with rice. And that's like our, you know, that's like our mix. Like we're halfway. That's like a perfect example, right? Yeah. Like we have aspects of Asian culture where we eat rice all the time. And I think that's about it because we don't eat a lot of fish foods.
Yeah.
But we do like sort of Filipino dishes that are like chicken and whatnot and beef and stuff. Because that's sort of our palate that we like, you know, that sort of those meats we like to eat. But we don't necessarily like because we also don't eat with a knife and fork all the time. And this is probably weird to people, but to normal like Australians or whatever, but we usually eat with like a spoon and a fork instead of a knife and a fork, which is strange, I'm sure. So like, how do you cut the food, right? Like you cut the food, like listen, to us, it makes more sense. And like we grew up with it. You cut the food with your spoon. And that's crazy, right? It's not like a sharp thing, but it's more like use the blunt side of like not the blunt, but the
edge.
The edge of the spoon
edge,
to cut things. Like it's like it's not the same way, but you know how when you eat like a cake with a fork and you just cut it with the fork? It's like that. It's like you can cut things with forks, you can cut things with spoons. Like some people use like teaspoons with cakes, but there's like cake forks and stuff like that. It's specific like. This is a cut because somebody said something factually wrong or something embarrassing, and there was no other way to cut this because it would sound unnatural. So here you got this instead. So, we were talking about being a hybrid of half between Australian and Filipino.
Yeah.
We talked for a while.
Yes, we did.
We talked for like, I think 30 minutes because we're at 34 minutes now.
Yeah.
And maybe not 30, it was like 20 something minutes.
Yeah.
And like the recording like stopped. The recording had stopped like a long time ago. So I'm probably going to keep track and keep watching the audio waves and see if it's still recording now. But let's just continue, dude. Freak it.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to talk about everything we did talk about. I'll just let it go, but it did. This is the podcast, dude. It's just this flimsy thing that we just sort of like patched up together. We don't even know what we're doing. But we're here. We're doing things. I'm still here with my brother, Jason here.
That's right.
And Martin. So we were talking about being half Australian, half like Filipino, and like in between those two cultures.
Yeah.
And there's like, it's sort of like we've talked, it's this thing that we've talked about a lot on the podcast, a fair amount. It's like this identity crisis.
Yeah.
And I think I did say, I don't know how far back this, like we cut, but I did say that it's like, it's like we're forming our sort of own hybrid culture thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's not anything like the white Australian culture of like the settlers, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not Filipino. It's like a hybrid of both.
Yeah.
And it's like this. I think it's cool. I think it's its own thing, and I think that I think what it is also is that I think deep down, subconsciously, unconsciously, we have a sort of need to belong, I guess, or
Yeah.
feel like we belong somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think that goes to our roots, right? We feel like we sort of have some sort, like we're all trying to figure out our own identities, and when we have a culture like as our roots, we kind of like immediately go, oh, that's the group that I'm part of, that I want to be part of, because that's what I am. But I've sort of drifted away from that, right? That's that kind of notion.
Yeah.
That's that kind of thought process when you're a child of an immigrant kind of family, and you grow up in a different place.
Yeah.
And you don't fit in either place, and you sort of want to go back and look at where you come from.
Yeah.
And I think that you can find that sense of belonging, like not necessarily with the culture that you came from, because I think that I think you can find a fair amount of belonging and community with, you know, just like the people that you work with, like the freaking office, man.
Yeah.
That's sort of a family right there, where they're all there for each other.
Yeah.
And like, I said The Office because you watch The Office. I don't watch The Office. I despise it. You watched it 7 times.
No, I haven't watched it 7 times. Watched it twice.
You watched it twice.
Yeah.
But like for me, it goes back to, you know, we're talking about shows again, but sure.
Yeah.
And I talked about this already, I think, about friend groups and whatnot. But just like the show Friends, the show Community,
Yeah.
the show How I Met Your Mother. These friend groups that have your back and that can support you.
Yeah.
But beyond that, we don't have to go back into that, because I talked about that
Yeah.
on a previous episode.
Yeah.
I just like that notion of community. And I think that for me, it's less of a feeling of I want to belong to a culture,
Yeah.
because I always found it, I don't know if it was still, I don't know if it was cut out because of the recording, but that notion of that culture, it seems like isolating and like it's dividing. Do you know what I mean? It divides people based on these, like, it's sort of surface level, but it's like also culturally like background kind of thing. It separates people from, like, you know, the white Australian or the Filipino, and we're separating those two things when there's like an overlap, and it's fine to have that overlap.
Yeah.
And that hybridity of it. I don't know. Do you feel that, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we have our own thing going on. Like, just you, me, maybe many, but mostly you and me. Like, we have like just our own type of way that we live compared to other cultures.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a bit far off of eating, but you know, it's a mix. It's a mix, really. Like you said before. Like, it's like a mix of Australian and Filipino culture.
Yeah.
But mostly, for me as well, it's mostly on the Australian culture, because that's where we grew up, you know. Filipino culture is a bit distant from me, because obviously, yeah, we grew up around Filipinos, but we didn't experience the full Filipino experience.
Yeah.
Well, we don't live in that country. We live here in Australia, and we grew up going to primary school with a bunch of Australian, like not even Australians, like different people from different places, and that's also another big part of me, because I remember in primary school we had mostly Australians, obviously, and then we had like
'cause it was a private school as well.
Yeah, it was a private school, and then we had like Asians, we had, you know, Africans and all that, and at the end of primary school, we all bonded together. We're all friends,
Right.
you know, and it was amazing, like, because we grew up together and we knew each other, and like, it doesn't matter about our race, it just matters about like how we connect with each other, because it's like, it was a good time in primary school, because that's where I found like happiness. That's where the happiest moments of my life. It's primary school, with all the people that I knew from grade 1, grade 2, and from so on. But then, you know, like those type of communities, like even in the TV show community, like we need more people. Like I feel like we need more like groups like that, because you know, I'm speaking on behalf of the Filipinos as well, because I feel like the Filipinos are also outcasts from Australians,
Right. Exactly.
because they act different. The Filipinos, they have their own group. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I feel like shouldn't be the case, especially here in Australia, because it's an international type of country. It's a free country, and we need like groups, sort of like my group in primary school, that we have different internationalities. And we just bond and we just become friends.
Right.
Like that would be like a really good thing to have nowadays,
Yeah.
you know?
I think like unconsciously as well, like
Yeah.
we sort of gravitate to people that we, you know, sort of relate with.
Yeah.
I think like even though I've been fairly like in high school, I gelled with a fair amount of like my group of friends was like some white people and an Italian guy,
Yeah.
basically. But the thing is, right? It's what's there, the options you have. Because the options in my high school there wasn't very many. Like
Yeah.
this private school is like a smaller private high school.
Yeah.
And we had a smaller year group, barely any Asians.
Yeah.
And I guess it's not like, even then, it's not like, at that time, it wasn't necessarily race. It was more like, I think, just people that I thought were like misfits and outcasts. I just befriended them, because like that's how, I guess, as a Filipino I felt.
Yeah.
You know, and like just like beyond Filipino, that's just how I felt when I was in high school. Like,
Yeah.
like an outcast misfit kind of person.
True.
Same in like early, like so that was my late high school, but early high school,
Yeah.
like in at the bigger private school,
Yeah.
it was the same thing, but it included a fair amount of Asians, because like there were Asians there and like Asian outcast kids. And then like when it came to university, right, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Like what it was is like it's a pretty small, it's the same thing. It's a pretty small community, right, of filmmakers. But then again, dude, it's like the friend group that I sort of made
Yeah.
was just like those Asians. It was Asian people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Filipinos, because, you know, not a lot of Filipinos, but it was just a bunch of different Asians that,
Yeah.
you know, was in our film class.
Yeah.
And we've talked about Liam being just like a sort of Asian, like a white Asian person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, just like, I don't know what it is, like unconsciously, like you sort of like gravitate towards the people that you relate to, or like you feel you have a connection, or the options you have is the most like you.
Yeah.
And like at times, like what that does is like well, at least for me, that's what happens with me. Like that's the biggest thing that happens to me, I think.
Yeah.
And like anything else, anything different, like I just like freeze up, or like I just don't know what to say. I just feel like we're like aliens, or like different planets.
Yeah.
With these people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, so I just talk surface level stuff, and that's about it. Just being nice and making conversation.
Yeah.
But it feels like they don't necessarily get how like my experiences, and I
Yeah.
don't think they would understand, and I don't think I would gel with them, because they don't have the same experiences like I do.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my friends have been these, like in film and video and whatnot, is like people who have sort of been like second generation immigrants. Like they're the kids that grew up in Australia, but like their parents moved here.
Yeah.
As well as like a person who's there's this chick who moved here
Yeah.
and studied and wanted to study, and she's also like become a citizen now as well. And that's and it's weird because it's like as much as I still want to congregate with people that are outside of that, it's like it's unconsciously it becomes like really difficult anyway, you know. And I wish that I could explore outside of that.
Yeah.
It's I mean I can.
Yeah.
I definitely will, or I'll try to. But it's like obviously it's that notion of comfortability. If I'm comfortable with it, because if something is uncomfortable, I just don't want to do it, right?
Yeah.
The way that I am is like I'm pretty comfortable just staying with the same friends and just like building those, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what. But of course, I want to like build a better community, right? Because I talked about it's a meme. It's a freaking cliche at this point. Yeah. I talked about this on the podcast already, but we kind of want to build a better community. Yeah. Like, so me and my friends, like me and Brandon and Liam, have this sort of dynamic where we can talk openly and freely with each other and be raw, we can be as raw as possible and with no judgment, and we don't need to worry about that with each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think it's nice to have those three people, but I think like there's two people. But I kind of want more people like that, you know, more perspectives, more friends like that. Because I think that's valuable.
Yeah.
Having like that, like friends, man. Like I know it's a freaking TV show, but like the different personalities and experiences and backgrounds and perspectives that they have as a friend group.
Yeah.
Is like it's pretty precious, and it's good because it's like it gives you like them a dynamic range of like, you know, understanding of different people's experiences. And I think we sort of have our own sort of closed off experiences that and we're still, me, Brandon and Liam are still very different people. Yeah. But like we're just three guys, and like I guess we'd like some femininity in that mix, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of want to invite three girls, you know?
3 girls.
So that it's like legit friends, like 3 girls, 3 guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine that, dude? Yeah. And like, I'll be there for you. Oh, but for like, this is a weird segue. I want to talk about this, but
okay.
Like, I think early on, I didn't necessarily it's not necessarily got deep with them, but I think one of like the closest kind of friends we had, well, at least for me, I don't know about you, but back in like primary or whatever, and like, yeah. Of course I had my friends at school, right? But and it was always like a gap in time between we got to interact with them, but like interacting with our cousins,
yeah,
that was so good, dude. I didn't have sleepovers or hangouts with my friends, but yeah, with our cousins,
yeah,
because we like we have 2 cousins on our dad's side and 2 cousins on our mum's side. We have 2 more, but they're like way young now.
Yeah,
they're like way young.
Yeah.
But we had 2 cousins on both sides who so like we were all kind of born at the same time.
Yeah,
around the same time, and like we all kind of related to. We all had the same experience, basically, being like in between Filipino and Australian culture. Yeah. But, you know, it's different because they were like half Australian as well. Yeah. We're full Filipino. Yeah. But living in Australia.
Yeah.
But we sort of had a comfort in knowing that we were all kind of the same in a way. And like we could all relate. We all had sort of the same upbringing. And it was great. We slept over each other's houses and watched movies and played games with each other.
Yeah.
Man, dude.
That's good. Like, those guys are like my best friends in life. Pretty much. Like, I've never had like a one best friend that I've had like throughout my whole entire life, you know?
Yeah.
It's not that for me. Like, I had different phases where I had different best friends.
Like, just different close friends, yeah.
Yeah, different close friends. but they were always there, like because
They're like the constant. They're the thing that's because they're always going to be our cousins.
they're always
there.
gonna be our cousins. They're always gonna be like there, and we see each other now and then.
Yeah, and also like our cousins, like we have more cousins, and like this is back to me distancing from Filipino culture, but like they live in the Philippines, and we don't know any of them, and there's like hundreds of them. Not
Yeah,
hundreds. There's not hundreds, but there's like
plenty.
heaps.
There's plenty.
But like we don't relate to them, and like we're very different from them, and we probably look like we're really spoiled compared to them.
Yeah.
But like with our cousins that we have here, we relate to them, and we had like I would say that now we're kind of we kind of don't see each other as often.
Yeah.
I think Ollie we do,
Yeah.
but like it's still sort of the same. Like we're always like glad to see each other.
Yeah, and when we see each other, when everyone's together, it's just like living in the old days again,
Yeah, it just brings you back nostalgia,
Yeah.
And like, I remember what we do in the day, dude. Like, remember when we were like the hill just down the street down there? That wasn't with. Was that with?
No,
was that
Joseph. Oh,
on there? No.
I don't think so. No.
So this was our cousins on our mum's side, but it was still an iconic experience. I think Jazz still has a scar from that.
Yeah.
Right? Like we were all like we went riding in the neighborhood, like scooters and bikes, and like I was riding on a ripstick because I thought I was cool on a ripstick. The little wiggle things.
Yeah.
I couldn't ride a skateboard, but a ripstick was like. It was like a ripstick isn't as hard as a skateboard, I would say.
Yeah.
You can't do many tricks on a ripstick. I would say that it's more difficult to do tricks.
Yeah.
But like you can ride a ripstick, but then like a skateboard for me was like harder somehow.
Yeah.
And I never had a skateboard. But like we went down, like there's like this hill over there. There's like this road.
Really.
It's not that. It doesn't look that steep.
Yeah.
But then. As kids, I didn't think we realized the notion of like gravity and momentum. Momentum being the biggest thing. Yeah. But like you keep going faster and faster. We just thought we'd stay the same speed. And we just we're like, let's ride down this hill, guys. It'll be sick.
Yeah.
And we all went down.
And
we all died.
like
you were on a scooter, right?
Yeah, I was on a scooter.
What was Oliver on?
He was on like a skateboard or something.
Or
was that Jazz?
I don't know what happened, dude. I don't even.
But I remember that everyone fell except for me because I had a scooter. I knew how to operate the scooter.
Like you had a brake on your scooter.
Yeah, I had a brake on the scooter.
You hit a brake. We just scooted down.
Everyone fell, and I just witnessed everything. Like I witnessed everyone falling, and I'm like, wow,
dude, it was crazy. I was going down, and like I realized, oh wait, I can't stop. We're just going super fast down the bottom of and there's like a turn at the end.
Yeah.
If there was a car running through, we would have got hit, dude.
We would have been like in big
there
trouble.
was no way we could have dodged it. We were just going in a straight line down. We were on the left side where cars are going that way.
Yeah.
But then like at the bottom, I just keep going straight.
Yeah.
And I think I tried to turn the ripstick, but I was still going that direction. So then it just like freaking hit the curb, and I just like smacked on the ground. I remember like the momentum of me flying and like smacking on the ground. Like there was so much momentum that my legs went back up this way as if I was about to tumble forward.
Yeah.
So it was like this. Yeah. And like my legs are going back that way. Yeah. And then they just slammed back down. Oh my God.
Yeah. I remember seeing, I think it was Oliver. He fell off the side.
He jumped off early.
Yeah.
He jumped off early, dude.
Yeah, I think he did. Hey.
Wasn't he off the road though?
Yeah, he was off the road. He was on the left. And he was like rolling down. And then Jasmine.
She stacked it, dude.
I don't know what she was riding.
Was she riding a bike or something?
I don't know. She fell like
it was really bad. Like she was like bleeding and like
bleeding,
crying, right?
Yeah, she was crying.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
But those people are like they have the closest memories and like like just the best friend material for life because we've known them and we've known them for so long and like they know us and it's really cool to have that, you know. Unlike other people, like I hear like, oh, my cousins, like I don't really talk to my cousins and stuff. You know?
And also weird to us. Like it's
and
like
it's weird because
we're like you don't like see your cousins every like all the time. And,
yeah,
like dope times. Dude.
yeah, like you don't spend time with your cousin in school holidays. Like that's weird, you know. But like for us,
it's iconic. Like when there was holidays, we have to sleep over.
We have to sleep over. Yeah, that we still do that. We still have sleepovers. Like why not? Like, we can do it. So you know.
Yeah, and like we're older now, and it's like sleepovers aren't cool.
Yeah.
Per se, but we do a different kind of. They just stay over. It's different than sleepovers. Like like we watch movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like play games.
Yeah.
And like we still do it, dude. Frick.
And that's the thing. Like, I guess that's what most people lack. They need someone to be with them, like a group. It's just a small little group. Like I was saying before, like even it doesn't even have to be your cousins. It can just be that one big group. Like, have you seen those videos of movies and all that? Like, the people that are like just best friends for life. You know, like that movie Tag, for example.
Yeah.
Those group of people. It's like it's that type of friendship that I wish we could see more of in today's society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I'm happy with our cousins. Like,
yeah. Remember, like at the Joe and Tom's place, like we would play Murder in the Dark.
Yeah,
that was like one of the best games we played with that.
Yeah,
like that's the iconic. That's sort of iconic, dude. Lights, camera, action. We won't explain what it is.
Talk about that.
But Murder in the Dark was dope. Like you have like you set boundaries in a house.
Yeah.
So like you can't leave these boundaries, but it's like in this like it's certain. It's like maybe like a few bedrooms and a hallway, and that's about it. And generally, we don't go into a kitchen and living room or the kitchen because like a bunch of stuff is there.
Yeah,
you don't want to knock anything over because Murder in the Dark is where you sort of turn off the lights. I would say
if it's dark,
like if it's nighttime, and you try to make it as dark as possible, but you can still kind of see where you're going.
Yeah,
and then you get the murderer.
Yeah,
is like supposed to navigate these rooms and the dark blindfolded or like closing their eyes, blindfolded, right?
Yeah.
And they're supposed to like, it's like tag, you're supposed to tag people, but then when you tag them, you have to guess who it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, you're kind of guessing based on what you feel, what you hear.
Yeah.
So you could like run past someone and they'll tag you and they'll just be like, and like they have to guess who you are and you just be like, and you could get it wrong and then they're still it.
Yeah.
That was dope, dude.
That was fun.
That was so many fun times where you could just like freaking like zoot around them or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like you're like hiding in a room and then like someone's like mega close to you and you're just like giggling to yourself. It's like you're sitting in the corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they're just like right up next to you.
Yeah.
That's some good times right there.
Good times.
And wouldn't we like always play it at Joe and Tom's house? Like even the old one?
Yeah, the old house.
Man, dude. Did we ever play it here?
Yeah, in that bedroom there.
Just that bedroom?
Yeah.
Just that bedroom?
I think so.
That's too small to play.
No, I swear we did it there.
I think it's because we were smaller kids.
Yeah. But now we're
too big.
We're too big to play that. Remember last time we played it? It was in Joseph and Thomas's new house.
Yeah.
And we're playing in that hallway and then...
That's a dope area to play it.
Yeah.
And there's the bathroom.
In the bathroom as well. Like, who's in the bath?
If we ever get like a better house,
we should recreate.
Like if we like rent or something, we need to think about that.
Yeah.
And we need to be like, all right, is this a good place to play Murder in the Dark?
Yeah.
And then we invite Jasmine, Oliver, and Joseph and Thomas.
Just for old time's sake.
And then play it once and for all.
Yeah.
Just
And
another classic.
what if there's like an epic tournament of Murder in the Dark, but like we like record it and put it on YouTube, and then people like will try to make it viral because of Murder in the Dark, and they're just like, dude, I remember this game playing as a kid, like that. Like we do like obstacle courses and stuff.
Yeah,
That would be pretty cool.
man, that's great, dude. Anyway, I think that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah. All right. Sick.
Play Murder in the Dark, guys.
Play Murder in the Dark.
Just watch your head. Don't like when you're a murderer. Just like take it easy. Don't run around. You're gonna smack into a wall.
Yeah.
It's a fun game to play with your friends if you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like if you're our age, and tell like your little brothers or little cousins or nieces how to play the game, and then they'll have fun for life, dude. There you go, the memories, dude.
Pretty much.
So I'll see you. I'll see you next week. But it won't be 5 minutes for me. I have to go do some things and pick up our next guest. But that's it for Martin.
Thank you.
That's your episode, Martin.
Thank you.
How's it been on the podcast? Has it been good?
Been good.
It's just been me.
Been a journey.
You only did 2 episodes.
Two episodes.
I'm doing 52, mate.
52.
2 episodes, dude. Let's go.
Whoa, hold up. It's future Jason here, who is editing this and noticed there was never a proper outro call to action at the end of these things. So here goes. Please, if you want to support the show, follow us on whatever podcasting app you use and give us a good rating. If you're watching the videos on YouTube, like and subscribe. Also, share this with your friends too. Doing any of these things would help us out a lot. Thanks. I'll let these guys handle the rest.
Anyway, we'll see you next week, and have a good day, good night. Have a good time.
Have a good one.